Today we're going to do the first video of several videos on the assembly of the bobbered hex. These spreaders are all color coded for where they will go. They're 4 feet long. They will go into the base rotor assembly, which is also color marked. If you notice the base assembly, there is a 360-degree hole. The rotor assembly is already attached to the mast. Do not tighten these, that's already all done for you. In the assembly process, we're going to loosen these bolts up and show you how to assemble that in a second. But first, on this first video, I wanted to show you the spreader plates. The spreader plates, this is a copy of one of the spreader plates. If you notice, instead of having U-clamps, the spreaders fit down into the channels, so there's an upper and lower plate. They completely surround the spreaders about 355 degrees, so there's no possible way of crushing the spreaders. If you don't have a stand, you can set this on a trash can or whatever's convenient. First thing you do, these are just snug, is loosen all of these off to about the end of the threads. To just about the end of the threads. Real quickly, this one has an extra hole drilled in it. If you can see in the hole, what we've done so we can tighten these bolts tightly into the UHMW plastic is we put stainless steel helicoils in there so that the bolts will tighten using the helicoil, not the plastic, for the binding surface. Anyway, so I'm going to drop this on my little stand that I'm using. The reason the screwdriver is for opening the plates. This makes it a lot easier. You'll just kind of spread the plates open as such so you have room to work. Take the first assembly, slide it in. It's yellow. Turn to the green assembly, slide it in. The blue assembly. Okay, that's what the screwdriver is for. Slide it in. And then we will continue going around to the orange assembly. And you can feel them bottom out and hear them when they go all the way in. Make sure you do bottom those all the way out. The red assembly. And next, the white assembly. Order doesn't matter. Just at this point, before you do anything else, make sure they're all the way in and bottomed out. Okay. The easiest way to do this is to put a wrench of some torque on bottom. I'm using a socket and the nut driver on the top, and start snugging them up all the way around. You don't have to worry about over tightening them because you cannot crush the spreaders doing this. All I'm doing now is just snugging these up real good. Okay. Okay. Now they're all snug. One more. Okay, now I'm going to tighten these. You can see the spreader plate pulling down real nicely and tightly around the spreaders at this point. See them close, how nice it tightens around the spreaders. Let's do this all the way around. And they'll get loose as you start tightening them as the plates come down, so that's okay. Just keep tightening them and they'll all be nice and tight. I suggest going around it twice. As you can see, this one's already coming up a little bit from where the plates are closing, which is a very good thing. Okay. Snug. And that one's tight. That's tight. I'm tightening these pretty tight. You don't have to get them this tight, but I'm just doing this because everybody worries about crushing spreaders. And with this particular design, you don't have to worry about crushing your spreaders. And that's tight. Check them all now. tight. That one's tight. That one's tight. That one's tight. And the last one should be nice and tight already. And it's tight. That's part 1 of the video of how to assemble the bobber hex. Part 2 will be coming shortly. Thank you.